Okay, so I thought I'd put together this little video. I'm on my laptop at the moment, getting ready for the fireworks to die down. Thinking to do some imaging tonight. So this is my laptop, and these are the applications I use for acquiring data. So I thought I'd just go through my whole boot up procedure so people can just sort of see what I do. So firstly, the mount's already powered, and then we have iOptron Commander, which is the gateway for the PC. So allows the PC to talk to the mount, which was good. We can leave that on. We have Stellarium Scope, which is again like a gateway that allows iOptron Commander to speak directly to Stellarium to get coordinates and to slew to targets and stuff. Let's just minimize this one. Okay. Yep. PhD2 for guiding, so we can actually connect all the equipment there, hopefully, and we're good. And we can minimize. And now Sequence Generator Pro, which is my main capture software now. I do use this one here, Astro Photography Tool, and Astro Tortilla if I'm using DSLR. Astro Tortilla is a plate solving software, and that works quite well with APT. So, right, so here we go. We're in the start end of Sequence Generator Pro. Close that. Now I'm going to reshoot some data, or more data, for M31. So if I go to sequences, oops, sorry, yeah, open the sequence, don't want that one. Okay, and then these are ones that I've previously done. So if we go to M31, we open it up. Okay, so this gives us a rundown of the data we're going to capture. If I just, right, now Sequence Generator Pro has a thing called Frame and Mosaic Wizard, and it is amazing. You can, I'm not actually going to do this, but actually yes I can. Let's go to Tools. Framing Mosaic Wizard, here we go. So you can type a name of an object or upload an image for plate solve, or if you know the RA deck you can do it that way. You can fetch it and then it will bring up this screen, and then from here I can frame the target however I want. See this red box indicates my field of view with my camera telescope combo, so I know this is at 320mm. I think it's slightly too close, but I wanted a bit of a closer shot of Andromeda anyway, so it's kind of a win-win. So yeah, where it frames it like that, it then works out the RA and deck, and will then relay that information to the mount, and yeah, it will take a picture, it will compare this picture to the picture it's just taken off the camera, and then it will match them. So it takes an image, it knows it's not looking directly where I want it, but it works out from stars where it is pointing, and then readjusts so it's pointing at the designated target. It'll take a second snapshot, compare the two, and if it matches, good, and it will start the sequence. So we'll close that for now. Bring up the sequence again. Now what I need to do is just turn my camera on, and we can connect the filter wheel, we can connect the mount drivers, and right, I'm going to untick that for now. So technically, now one thing I'm going to do is I don't want to overwrite any of my old data, so I'm just going to create a new folder in there called set2, which I will use for tonight. Okay, now in the next section what I'm going to do is I'll be using Sequence Generator Pro, and I'll start going through the initial focus routine and then the plate solve, and then as it's starting to capture images I'll leave it running and you can see it bring the images down one at a time. So okay, what we're going to do now is use the frame and focus wizard in Sequence Generator Pro to focus our telescope. Now I've got stellarium looking at, I want Andromeda, which is here, it'll be my main target for imaging, but I'm looking at Alpheratz, purely because it's close, and it's a good star for getting focus on. So we're already looking at Alpheratz. Now I've put the Bartonov mask on the end of the telescope, and this probably shouldn't be too far out because I was shooting luminance last and I haven't changed anything, but we'll just run it so you can see what it looks like with the Bartonov mask on. Just wait for the image to download. And okay, so that's Alpheratz, and that's what it looks like with a Bartonov mask on. You can see if I'm going to zoom in on this. There we go. You can see, if you look at the mouse cursor, you can see this line through the centre. Now the objective of this is to get this line bang in the middle between these two outer spikes. When that's in the middle like this, that's critical focus. I'm quite happy with where that is, so I'm not really going to adjust anything, but so yeah, just so you could get an idea of what it looks like. Okay, so we can now stop this, we can close that, we can open up the sequence and minimise. Right, go back to stellarium, Andromeda. We're going to slew to the target, and there it goes. Now don't forget to take off the Bartonov mask. I've not done that before, honest. Okay, so we're looking at Andromeda. We can go minimise, we can come back. Actually what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up PhD2. So we're looping the guide camera, which is, you can actually see Andromeda just here in my guide scope, a little fuzzy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to auto select a star, which is taking that one. We're going to calibrate. Now this is calibrating PhD2 to the mount, and it does its steps. So it moves west, north, south, and east to get a calibration reading. And then once this is all done, it will come up and say guiding. So I'm not going to bore you with the calibration because it is like watching paint dry. So be back soon. Right, the guiding is calibrated and I've stopped guiding, so now I can minimise this, and now we're back to where the fun begins. Right, so with the calibration done, this is ready to run a sequence. Now it knows my reference frame, so it's going to match the target position to that and then update the mount accordingly. Now what I want to do, I want to shoot some more luminance. I'm just going to run an hour's worth of luminance. Ideally I want to shoot some more blue as well, but anyway. Okay, so we're just going to keep that selected, which is a light luminance filter. Suffix is just for the file name so we can separate them. Exposure time, binning if you use binning, which I generally don't, and the amount, and we are pretty much good to go. So let's run the sequence. Okay, now it's determine the reference frame location. So it has the reference frame already, which was the one underneath. It's now capturing an image, and it's going to plate solve. Now I was okay, I'm just going to stop this for 1 second, purely because now I changed to plate solve 2, and for some reason it hasn't updated this. I went from astronomy.net to plate solve 2. I was running astronomy.net on a network cable, and to be honest it was taking forever. So I downloaded a local files on the laptop, and I've been using plate solve 2, which seemed to be a lot quicker, although now I've said that, I bet it's not. So let's try this again. We're going to resume it. No, we're not. I'm going to quit it. We're going to reset the sequence. Yes. Okay. Ignore that. Right, so now we're reset, and we're going to for some reason, I don't know why. Right, anyway. Okay, so let's try that again. So we're going to run the sequence. Here we go. See, it's changed to plates of. Right. So, had the reference frame. In fact, that was a plates of image it took. So you can see it's not far out, but obviously not close enough. So this is what it's doing now. Here we go, and you can actually see plates of come up, and now it's doing its number crunching. See, that's quick. One match, one region. Slew into reference, and now it's validating. So it's just taking another image to make sure that it is where it should be, which and boom, it's just and okay. There you go, it's just validating. Okay, and it's good. That was the image, bang in the center, just what we want. Now you see it's at the bottom, resuming the auto guide. So now it's founding its star, it's going to guide automatically because it's all calibrated, ready to go. And we're running. As you can see here, we are guiding on the left in the PhD graph. Guiding at the bottom. It gives you a countdown here in the sequence. It shows an event is an hour to run, so it'll be 12 frames. And at the bottom here, integrating M31 event 1 frame 1 for 300 seconds, and it gives you a countdown of how many's left. So there you go, we're up and imaging. What I'll do is I'll just sort of skip this forward, and when the first image downloads, so you can just see it, and that should be pretty much it. So the first frame is just coming to an end, 5 seconds, and we'll just wait for it to come in. It's downloading now, and we can get an idea of what we're dealing with. There you go. M31. Now this is auto stretched, so it's going to look not particularly that great anyway. But I'm not too worried. Generally it looks quite good. Some nice detail. Yep, looks good. So we're going to continue this sequence and let it run. Hopefully building on our M31 dataset. So, thanks. Goodbye.